Your Facebook ads will perform at their absolute best if you have an actual sales process already in mind before you even turn your ads on. So to be very strategic about your sales process or a sales funnel means to know exactly what steps that you want people to take after, they visit your ad, click on your ad. What are the next steps that they need to take in order for it to lead them to an actual sale? Funnel is really kind of equal to a sales process, but what a funnel is not is just like a landing page builder. In talking to a prospect earlier this week, she thought a funnel meant, she had to have ClickFunnels set up, which is a landing page builder that takes people through different steps. You don't have to have a funnel builder. You don't have to have like this special technology. You can use your website. So really what a funnel is saying, these are the steps that I want my prospect to take in order for them to be able to make a purchasing decision. So let's get into an example. So the one that I do typically teach is you're going to start out with a Facebook ad. It's going to be a conversion ad, meaning we are looking for action takers. Conversion ads are specifically designed to look for people in the audience that you choose who are going to convert. Convert into what? Convert into what you tell Facebook that you want. So if you set it up for conversions for booked calls, it's going to look for people who are most likely to book a call with you. If you set it up for leads, it's going to look for people in your audience who are most likely to basically go to the next page and give you their contact information so that they become a lead, okay? And that is the one that I usually like to use, is so that they become a lead first, so that even if they don't end up booking a call with you, they are now on your email list and you can follow up with them later down the line for as long as you need to. I would say the fastest people who are going to take action, the right now people, I would say within the first 2 weeks of them being on your list and them getting to know you, they already know, right? Because those are likely the people who are out there looking for the product or the service that you provide anyway, and now they've run across you, so they're ready to take action. After that, I would say about 2 months, right? So if somebody's on your list for 2 months, meaning this is important to them, they really do want what you have, but they need a little bit more time to get to know you. It's not so important that they have to make a quick judgment, a quick decision. And then after 2 months, if they haven't made that purchase from you about that, and I would say 2 to 3 months, that's kind of the sweet spot. But after that first 90 days, then they might be on your list for another year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years. I still have people reaching out to me who have been on my list for several years. So it is really important to be able to capture them onto your email list. So running a conversion ad as step one to turn them into a lead is ideal. Now, after that step, the very next step after they've opted in to your email list, there's usually a thank you page. But instead of saying, thank you for joining my list and then sending them on their way, that thank you page instead is actually your offer, right? So for that offer page, typically, particularly if you're offering something high ticket, then you're going to be explaining the benefits. It ultimately still acts as a sales page, but you are driving them to book a call with you, okay, so that you can have that human-to-human interaction and turn what might be a very cold lead into someone warm and who's actually ready to buy, because now you can have a real conversation with them, right? They can actually get to know you right then and there, know if what you have to offer is actually going to help them, know if they trust you well enough. Just that connection is huge, right? It's almost the same as running into somebody, networking and talking to them, right? They get to know you, know your personality, and really kind of get attached to you enough to where they're like, okay, this could work. So that sales call is really important. Now, if they don't book that sales call, just from going through those steps in order, remember that you have captured them on your email list. So within those first, 2 weeks, 30 days, even the first 2 months, you can consistently email them. And typically I recommend, set this up as something automated, because once you set it up once, it might take you a while to do it, but once it's done, okay? But it's an automated series of emails that is pointing them back to that sales call booking page. And that is the funnel that I typically help people to create, because it's getting them to that human to human interaction with you, so that you together can decide if that program is good for them and actually make that sale. Those value-based sales calls are one of the fastest ways to be able to make a sale, because it focuses on solving their problem. And that is what they want. They want a solution to the problem and they want their desired outcome. That's it. They don't really They don't want to pay money to solve this problem, but they know that they're going to need to. So your program and what you're charging and all of that is not really what they're looking for. They're looking for the solution. And a value-based sales call is what provides solutions, not just making sales. So that is just one example though, okay? So let me give you an example of a different type of funnel that is still a funnel that has nothing to do with ClickFunnels. It has nothing to do with lead pages. It has nothing to do with the technology that's in place. It has everything to do with what are the actions that you want this prospect to take in order for them to be able to lead up to a sale. So my prospect had a Facebook ad set up and running that was attracting people to basically be able to sign up for more information about how they could help their child with reading, okay? And so from there, if they signed up to get more information, then on the next page, it was kind of like an application. In fact, I want to say on that very same page, it was an application to say, hey, what do you think are the reasons why they're struggling with reading? Do you not have money to pay for it? So she was also qualifying them right then and there. Like, are these people who would actually be able to afford my services? And was asking just really important questions. So I do love to do that for my lead magnet opt-in. Like, ask enough questions, make that kind of a survey, right? Because if you have something very attractive that you're offering as a free lead magnet, they're going to fill out the information in order to get this from you for free. So capitalize on that opportunity. Don't go overboard. Don't ask them 10 questions and end up turning them away because they're like, look, it's not worth all of that. But ask a couple of questions, poke around and see, can I qualify this prospect even further as they're opting in for my freebie, right? Now, from there, after they opted in for the freebie, then it just took them to her booking calendar. She didn't necessarily have like a page set up, but it gave them an opportunity to book the calendar. And here is what was really smart about what she did is in order for them to get that free thing, she also collected their phone number right then. And so if they went to the next step and did not book on her calendar, she could call them and say, hey, I just wanted to follow up with you, find out more about what's going on, see how I can help. Why don't we book a call, right? So she was still able to reach out. And because that's such like a salesy approach. Hey, I just want to find out more about what's going on with your child. Why don't we book a call and talk? It wasn't like, hey, I want to sell you a program right here, right now. So it wasn't a cold call per se, number one, because they'd already given her information, which means, hey, it's okay if you contact me further. And it wasn't a sales call right then and there. It was, I want to help you more. Hop on a call with me. So those steps in a process did not include anything about ClickFunnels or anything. In fact, everything from there, after they opted in, their information got put onto a Google Sheets page, which she then downloaded and put into her email autoresponder so that they could go through an email checklist, an email sequence. So in other words, and I'm not saying that you have to go out and be, crazy creative. The point is not to be creative. The point is to say, what are the steps that I want them to take? Be strategic about that. That is the only thing you need to strategize. What are the things that they need to do in order for me to know that they're actually interested, that they're a qualified prospect, and so that I can actually close them as a client, right? That's it. Then you decide, what tech do I need to have in place in order for them to do that? Because there are so many free things. As I was talking to her, she was like, well, I used to have ClickFunnels, but it costs this and da-da-da. I was like, girl, don't even worry about ClickFunnels. I get it. You don't need to pay anything. She has this whole beautiful website set up. And I'm like, we're going to use your website, okay? If we even need to add a step, we're going to use a page from your website. We're just going to create a new page. And what a lot of people don't realize is you can take a page from your website. Let's say you just create a new web page on your website. You can remove the header and the footer. Why would you want to do that? Because the header and the footer has all these extra links, very distracting. Whereas if we are setting up a specific page where we're like, when you land on this page, the only thing I want you to do is opt in for my lead magnet or book a call with me. I don't want you to be able to click around. There are times when it is helpful for them to be able to peruse your website. and click around, because that's them doing research on you, them just doing their due diligence and saying, hey, I want to find out more. So you do on certain occasions want to make that accessible for them to do their research. That is part of the customer journey. That is a natural part. People want to look you up. So make it easy for them. But when we are talking about a strategic process in order and say, well, when they get to this part of the process, I really want to know, are they willing to book a call with me? Are they willing to opt in with me? And you don't want them to have any other distracting options that could cause them to not take the action that you want them to take. So just know that when you have this sales process in place, which is a funnel, okay? Funnels can be a million different things. When you have that sales process in place, your Facebook ads will be that much more useful, because now you're like, okay, I know what I want people to do. Now I just got to get the people, right? The Facebook ads bring the people, but the Facebook ads themselves will not necessarily sell your whole entire program for you. If you're like, look, I got something in place here, but I don't really know how to make it work, I can help you with what you already have. You don't always have to start from scratch. That is why in my program, Predictable Profit, we start out with a VIP call where we're like, okay, you and I need to look at what you have going, what your whole goal is specifically for your business, for your prospects and your potential clients. What do you want them to do? And once we have a clear idea on that, then we can start to build and or optimize. If it's already built, then we're ready for optimization, which is just, all right, let's look at step one. What data points do you need to hit in order for this whole sales process to work and to be profitable, right? Because if at step one, you're not getting enough people to opt in at a profitable rate, let's say through your Facebook ad, then I don't care how many people come through there, you're not going to make money because you're spending too much on your ads. So we got to fix that first. If we get that working and say you've got enough people coming in at a decent rate, now how do we actually get them on a call with you? All right, now once we figure that out, now how do we get them to actually close? So on every single step, we have to look at what is the data. Are we getting enough people through to even say it's enough people to have booked a call by now? And if they haven't, what should we do differently? So that is the process of optimizing a sales funnel, sales process when you're inviting people into your business through Facebook ads. I've been Amber McDuffie. I help coaches, I help course creators and service providers to basically make sales with Facebook ads. Say, how can you bring people into your world with Facebook ads profitably? If you would like my help, just go ahead and click the link down below in the description and you can book a call with me. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.